I write hip-hop music. I write the verses to songs, I write and arrange hooks at times, and I have producers that produce the actual physical music. And it's hip-hop artists, someone who performs that, does rap. It's another term for it outside of hip-hop.
The flow blessed, the choir screaming, good Lord. They thought I was gone, but resurrected like
hip-hop right now, the state of hip-hop in terms of business, I mean, some people could look at it in a really good way because we have, the internet, which is supposedly allowing a lot of new artists to come out and make a living at it, create their supporters through social media. A lot more people doing it. With that being said, it's a good thing because it allows more artists that would never be discovered to kind of be discovered. But then on the other end, you have so much of it that it's hard to pick through all the saturation of it. But I think it's in a good state. I mean, we have a lot of young artists that are coming out that are, just, really, really talented. And I think it's kind of, people always say, hip-hop is dead. And I mean, I don't think it is. I think it's always just growing and just taking different directions. Sometimes it goes to the south, sometimes it goes to the west, to the east, comes back to the Midwest. So, but I think we're in a good place, man.
Yeah, no, they all right. Drinks at the bar. Yeah, they all right.
Music, it's been a while, man. I mean, I grew up kind of like in the hip hop culture, man. So, my brother was always into like graffiti, and so hip hop was always around. For us, it was a culture growing up. It wasn't just about music. It was like the DJ, the graffiti artist, it wasn't just about the music. It wasn't just about the MC. It was about, b-boys breakdancing and, DJs actually cutting and graffiti artists going out and expressing their art. Started writing kind of like short stories when I was a kid, and through that came the poetry, and through the poetry came the music. It was just like speaking poetry over music. Hip hop is the voice of, people in the neighborhood. So, it's MCs talking about the streets, talking about their struggles. From the beginning, there's always been stigma about it, You had presidents trying to ban hip-hop at times, When Ice-T put out his record, back in the day, it was like, who is this guy? What is he speaking about? Is he supposed to be talking about this stuff? Are kids supposed to be loving this stuff? And it became an unstoppable culture. MCs talking about the streets, talking about their struggles. And so from the beginning, there's always been stigma about it, You had presidents trying to ban hip-hop at times, When Ice-T put out his record, back in the day, it was like, who is this guy? What is he speaking about? Is he supposed to be talking about this stuff? Are kids supposed to be loving this stuff? And it became an unstoppable culture, man. I mean, it's always going to have that. You even had, when, Eminem came out with an album, it was like, now we have a white rapper talking about all this stuff, and there was stigma against his albums, and it's always been, street commentary. So it's never going to end. There's always going to be people saying this kid, is bullying people or killed himself because of a record, but I think that's across the board with all music, man. But it's always going to be there, but I think, that just comes down to parenting, man. You know what I mean? I don't think a record's gonna make you go out and do something crazy like that.
Yeah, man, they all right. Drinks at the bar. Yeah, they all right. Just the new shit. If it's poppin', say it's all right. Right.